In all my years of creative work, I found that one of the biggest hurdles to creative thinking is default thinking. We become prisoners of our own success and we keep doing things the same way over and over again. We lose the ability to break away and think differently. We're like Kodak, not seeing the opportunity in digital film, even though they invented the digital camera. To illustrate this, I want to show you something, a simple test. If I asked you to divide a square in half, what do you think you would do? Probably do something like this. It's easy, probably going to get it right, and it's familiar. There's probably a few of you out there who might do something just a bit more cheeky. Also a square in half, but it shows a little creative initiative. None of you, or maybe just a couple, might try something as crazy as this. This is still cutting a square in half, but now we're going into the realm of art. Default thinking happens when we rely on past successes and habitual patterns, sticking to what we know rather than pushing ourselves to explore new possibilities. It's our autopilot mode. We all do it. It feels safe, feels comfortable, but it is one of the biggest blocks to innovation for any person or any organization. Default thinking is not a bad thing. Neurologically speaking, we rely on default thinking because our brains are wired to conserve energy and make quick decisions. Our brain has a default mode network with a tendency to use established, well-traveled neural pathways that we rely on. As an example, it was particularly useful when your cave people ancestors were being chased by a saber-toothed tiger. Default thinking helped them make split-second decisions without having to use a SWOT analysis. What are the tiger's strengths? What are its weaknesses? What are the opportunities? Do I see a tree? Threats? You get it. Sometimes we just can't think. Look, it's easy for me to ruminate on what people did right and what people did wrong by looking at the past. But what are some ways you can break free from default thinking? For one, you can start by questioning the assumptions you take for granted. Why do you do things a certain way? Is there a better method? Is there an unconventional method? Is there a ridiculous method? Something that gets you looking at a situation in just a whole new way. Force yourself to wear an extreme perspective when you're analyzing any particular problem. What would a completely fact-based approach look like for this problem? What about a purely emotional one? What if you were an extreme optimist? What would 100% blue sky thinking look applied to this particular issue? Experiment, explore, and most importantly, do not be afraid to fail. These are essential for breaking free from default thinking and fostering a culture of creativity and innovation. So, take a different route to work tomorrow. Start using a different greeting when you meet people. Freak your wife out by taking her side in an argument. Break these simple patterns in your daily life and you will be astonished how creativity bleeds into every single thing you do.